So there is an existing project RNHRM 16. So I copied and I have pasted here, and I am renaming to hybrid framework. Hybrid framework 1. So I'm going back to here and I'm changing my pom.xml. Group ID, changing. Artifact ID, changing. And project name. And I'm saving. And I'm going back to my Eclipse. So now let me import hybrid framework project. Okay, I'm right click and I'm doing import Maven, existing Maven projects. Click on next. Go to E drive. Hybrid framework 1. So this is the project I'm importing. Click on finish. See this project, it is importing into Eclipse now. So here it is got imported. Okay. So now let's expand this one. Still the process is going on. Okay. So the first step is we need to ensure the JRE system library is pointed to 1.8. Okay, let me update it to 1.8. Build path, configure build path, edit 1.8. Finish, apply and close. So first part is ready. Okay. Right now under SRC test Java, there is no packages. Okay. So what I'm doing is I'm going to create pages. So right click on new. Okay. We'll do one thing. We already developed Cucumber POM. Cucumber POM. This is the project we already developed. POM Cucumber 4. So I'm going back to that project, SRC test Java. Whatever pages is there. Okay. So this is the pages. 1 second. I will take POM Cucumber. So login page, home page, nationality space. So let me take these pages. I'm taking copy. And I'm coming back to hybrid framework 1 and SRC test Java. I'm pasting this. So it is showing some error. Let's check what is this. Okay. Okay, I will do. I will delete everything. Okay, let's create from beginning. I'm going to create a new package. New package pages. And second one, I'm going to create package name as test cases. I have created these two packages. Okay. So now in pages, I'm going to create login page, home page, and skills page. Okay. So let me create login page. Okay. I'm going to create login page. So right click, new Java class file, login page. Click on finish. Okay. And after that, I'm declaring WebDriver. WebDriver I'm declaring. So login page contains login method. Okay. So login page, we will write login method public void login method, which requires input data string username comma password. Okay, I will do one. Okay, string username, no string password. URL, we can make it separate method. So here I need to write set of driver instructions related to username, password, and login. Okay. And I want to take highlight of web element border. Okay. So let me take highlight of web element border. So in POM Cucumber page, I'm expanding SRC test Java pages. So login page. Highlight of web element border. So this is the method I'm taking copy. I'm coming back to here. And I have pasted. So here my login page, which contains username and password related lines of code, I have to write. Right, my login page is ready now, and highlight. So I need to write set of driver instructions. That's it, and I have to pass WebDriver object to this one, public void. So whatever my class name is there with the same name, I'm doing, and I have to declare WebDriver driver. This dot driver is equal to so we have to pass the WebDriver object to this driver. So this is the one. Okay, now let me. So like that, I have developed a login page. So here in this login page method, I need to write only set of driver commands. That's it. And okay. And public void open orange HRM. String test URL. So here I need to write driver dot get this test URL. I need to write. That's it. Okay. So now this. So I need to. So like this, I have developed my login page. I have developed my login page. So going back to here, so my login page is ready here, and I have to write only set of driver commands. Okay, so let's close this. So I'm copying this page, copy, and I'm writing paste. Okay, and I'm doing skill space. I'm developing skill space. So I'm clicking on skill space here. So this is the class name and method name. I need to give same place. So skill space. And here open orange HRM method, it's not required. I have to develop method name as add skills. And here I need to write skill name and skill description. Right. So my skill space is also ready now. So let's close this one also. Okay. So now next point is I have to develop home page. So I'm copying this one. I'm copying the existing login page. And in the same package, right click and click on paste. Home page. So going back to home page, whatever my class name is there, here I need to replace it. And open orange HRM method is not required. I have to do logout. Okay. So logout method I am writing. And logout, welcome, click logout, click, and I have to do. And after that, I have to write log driver dot click. Okay. Okay, here no input is required because no input we are not providing. So I'm doing. So like that, I have developed every web page. Okay, I have developed every web page. Now let's go back to the test case. So this is the test cases. Okay, so now what I'm doing is I'm going to create one testng class. Okay, so right click, go to testng, click on create testng class. So I'm going to create main test case. TC01 underscore add underscore skills. And I'm clicking on finish. So like this, it's got created. Right? We already know in the testng class, we can also write at the rate before test and at the rate after test. Okay, let me write before test part. So here I am going to write method name as add skills test. So here I am going to write before test. So just keep the mouse over and import at the rate before test. So this is the supporting class imported and prior. So skills test one, I'm renaming to method name one as skills test one. So this one I'm changing to skills test two. Okay. So right. Right now I'm copying the same thing. And here at the rate after test. Skills test 3. And I have to import after test and supporting class. So it's got imported. So I'm having method names as skills test 1, skills test 2, and skills test 3. Right. So I'm going to declare my web driver now. I declared my web driver and I'm saving. Okay, just import this web driver. Right. So in the before test, okay, instead of skills test 1, I'm changing method name to open browser. Because the relevant method name I'm specifying open browser. Okay. So here I need to launch my browser part. I want to write in the at that before test section. Okay, let me save it. So to write that part, we have common util package. So let's go back to POM Cucumber 4. So common util. So this is the package I'm copying and I'm pasting under hybrid framework 1 under this package. Under SRC test Java, I'm pasting the common util. So in common util, I'm having a class name as test browser. Okay. So what I am doing is here driver is equal to. So test browser. So this is the Java class file. So test browser dot open Chrome browser. So I'm writing this. And I'm saving. So here keep the mouse over. Add throws declaration. It is showing. Just I'm clicking on that process. So my browser will be launched. So the first part is completed. The first part is complete. So now, so after launching the browser, I want to invoke launching of Orange HRM and invoking login method. So these methods are available under pages under login page, right? So login page.java class file which contains open Orange HRM method and login. So now let me create object login page. Login page L1 is equal to new login page. So I have created object. So it is looking for supporting class file. Just keep it export login page pages. It's looking for. So I had imported pages.login page. Supporting class file. It's got imported. And L1 dot. And I have to pass the WebDriver object, login page WebDriver. So I'm passing the WebDriver object to login page. And after that, I have to invoke set of driver commands. L1 dot login method. So where is that login method? This one. Correct? So here I need to pass my input values admin. So login page is done. Okay. So the next point is after invoking my Orange HRM URL. So here I have to invoke Orange HRM URL first. L1 dot open Orange HRM. There, this is the method I have to use. So here I need to give Orange HRM URL. So let's check. So this method will be executed with this input value, and login method will be executed with these input values. Okay, and I'm saving here. Okay. After invoking my URL and after executing my login method, I want to create skills record. So I have to import, so I have to create object for skills page. Okay, let me create skills page. S1 is equal to new skills page. Right? I'm saving. So I have to import skills page. It's got imported. See here, skills page got imported. And I'm able to create object. And next one is I have to pass my driver. Skills space. Web driver. So I'm passing the driver object to skills space. And after that, I need to invoke add skills method. Where is this add skills method? So here I need to give the input values as Java 1 to Java 1 to description. Done. So add skills method will be executed after invoking login method. So we are calling method as add skills. And my skill scenario is done. Now I want to do logout. So I have to create object for home page. Okay, now let's create object for home page. Home page h1 is equal to new home page of h1 dot home page of driver. I have to pass. We are passing the driver object to home page, and it's looking for supporting class. Just import that one. See here, home page dot. This is also imported. Okay. So now let's come back to here. H1 dot login. And finally here at the rate after test, we need to write driver dot quit. So after welcome click and logout click, sign out click, we will come back to the login page back. And after that, I want to close my session. And at the rate after test section, we are writing driver dot quit. That's it only. Okay. Now I have to write set of driver commands in appropriate methods. That's it. Okay. So let me see. So I have developed pages, test cases, and common util. Common util. So test browser dot open Chrome browser method. So it is referring from drivers folder, right? So under drivers folder, from where it is locating, under src test resources. Okay, now let's copy that cucumber 5, POM cucumber 5. This one, right? Okay. One second, where it's got. Under src test resources folder. Okay, let me create src test resources folder. New folder. src test resource. Resources folder. One second, something. Oh, everything got deleted. One second. src test resources folder. Why it is taking like this? Okay, let me delete this button. Okay, let us assume there is a resources folder, drivers, it contains Chrome driver.exe. Okay, so now I am going back to my common util under test browser. So here, the path of this one is under current project. Dot means current project folder. Okay, under current folder, there is a resources folder. Resources under drivers folder, my Chrome driver.exe is available. Okay. So like that, I have modified my file. Okay, right. So going back to my main test case now. So now I have to develop all the methods. Login method, set of driver commands I have to write. So going back to POM Cucumber 5, so login page. So the set of driver commands, a login page. So I'm copying this set of driver commands, Control C. So enter username, password, and login. So this is the one, username, and this is the password. and login button is path. And implicit wait. So I have written set of driver commands. Okay, so implicit wait I have written, and username, password, login button. Set of driver commands are done. So in every method, I'm implementing corresponding set of driver commands. That's it only. So login page is completed. In URL also it's completed. Now let's go back to the next part. So I have to develop add skills method set of driver commands. So going back to here, add throws declaration. It is asking in the new this. So I'm saving. So next, add skills method. So here I need to write set of driver commands. So add skills method. So let me go back to a POM Cucumber 5. So skill space, the set of driver commands we have already written.
Actually, I informed to Nivedita. Means I called in the morning. She didn't lift. After that, she called me.
So here, guys, it's talking on skill name and skill description and rename.
Okay.
So admin qualification skills add button, skill name and skill description and save. So set up driver and guys, please go on mute. I'm going to remove you from the group. So skill name and skill description I entered. So set up driver instructions are completed. So let's pose skill space as well. I'm saving. Right. Now I need to develop logout method. So let's go back to the home page. So here we did logout set of driver commands. I'm copying. Coming back to my home page in hybrid framework. Under home page, I need to write set of driver commands I did, and I'm doing add throws declaration. Right. So set of driver commands are ready. So I'm closing. So all my set of driver commands are ready. So going back to my, so finally I have to close my browser. Okay, so that's it. So now let's run this program. Okay, so this is the TC01 add skills. Okay, let's run this maintenance. Okay, so right click, run as test engine test. Okay, let's run it again. Okay, we'll do. So under common util test browser, I'm commenting this line, and I'm referring Chrome driver path for my C drive under Chrome driver.exe path. Okay, let's check. Here only I'm getting down. So let's run this one. Yes. So username, password, and login button. Admin qualification skills. Record got created. And log. And after that, we have to write driver dot quit at the rate after test animation. Got the point, everyone? So in page object model, the main packages are pages and test cases. First, you have to develop the pages. How I have developed, we have seen just now. Okay. And after that, you can create object for every page class file and you can call the required members. That's it. Got the point, everyone? So like that, we can develop the hybrid. So this is the first project. Okay. So we'll do one more exercise. Okay. Now we have automated add skill scenario. Okay. Now we will do automate for add jobs. Okay. Now tell me, I want to develop add job. I want to develop test cases TC01 add jobs. So first, what is the page I need to develop? No, I have to develop job space. Okay, let me copy skill space. I'm doing copy. And I'm coming back to here and I'm pasting. Job space. I'm clicking on OK. See, now the time is 10:40. So how much time it will take for me? Just observe. And I'm renaming to job space. And here I need to change my method name as add jobs. And here I need to type job title, job description, and a job node. And I need to write set of developments. Done. So my job space is done, developed. Okay, and I'm closing this one. Now I want to develop TC01 add jobs. So what I'm doing, I'm copying this one and I'm pasting here and I'm renaming to TC01 add jobs. So going back to TC01 add jobs. So do I need to change anything in the before test section? No. So here, do I need to change anything? No. So do I need to, is this required here? No, it's not required. And after login, what is the method I want to do? Add jobs method. So that means I have to create object for job space. Job space J1 is equal to new job space. Okay, let's import this one. Import. See, this is the job space got imported here. This is got imported job space. And after that, so any skill space is not required here. Okay, in this test case. So, and I have to create object for J1 dot. I need to pass the driver object to job space. I'm passing the driver object to job space. And I want to call method as J1 dot add jobs. Small. Okay. Add jobs. This is the method I want to call. So here Java skills, right? Add jobs, right? So sales one description. And sales one note. So this is the record I want to create. That's it. Got it? So now I have to write set of driver instructions and add them. That's it. So let's go back to POM Cucumber 4 or any of the project. So I'm going back to POM Cucumber 4. Let's see any of the job space it contains here. So I have to copy set of driver instructions. That's it only. So I'm copying. Copy and going back to my add jobs method. So here I haven't written set of driver comments, just under. So I have to use these local variables, job title, job description, and job name. Done. Okay, so let's save this one. So I can execute TC01 add. So I started my script development by 10:40. I completed by 10:44. Means less than 5 minutes. So run as test-ng test. So launching of browser, launching of application URL, that part is common. And after that, it has to execute admin job titles. Those set of driver commands are executed. That's it. So add jobs test was completed. Okay, so that's it. That much easy. So by less than 5 minutes only, we have automated one. Can we do one more test case automation? Okay, I think session is going to expire. Let me share new link, and in that session we will continue that. So I'm going to share you the new link. Everyone can join in the new link.